Hello everyone, I am Bogdan, and in this video we are taking a look at the removal and replacement of the driver's door lock for the Audi A4 B8. The reason for which I've done this repair was because my lock had moments when it didn't want to unlock the car. So when I was using the remote, sometimes pressing only once the button, all the other doors would unlock, the driver's door wouldn't. I needed to lock the car one more time and unlock it, and after that it started to work. Also, from time to time, the LED that we have on the panel on the side of the door, the one with the switch, wouldn't come on when I was pressing the button for locking the doors. The doors would lock, but the LED wouldn't come on. And another thing that I've noticed was that the automatic locking function, the one that engages automatically over 10 or 20 kilometers per hour, that wasn't working. So after those things happened, I've done a HDS scan. I checked with the diagnostics. I was getting a DTC referring to the door lock, so I decided of changing the door lock. The part number for that door lock is 8J1837015A, and to replace it you will need to remove the door card, you will need to remove the door lock. For the door cards, 5 bolts, the plastic trim, and the rest are clips. I'm showing you a more extensive version of the removal so that you get an idea of how much force and how you will do this job. Because if I would only show you the highlights, only me removing the door card, you might not have the courage of really putting the force into it to be able to remove the plastic trim. The design and construction of the door card is very nice. It allows you to work really easily on it. You have some connectors that will allow you to disconnect everything in a very nice and civilized manner. On the side of the door, again, you remove all gaskets, all bolts. The handle will be coming out, and you'll be seeing that on the handle side, this release mechanism is a little bit tricky in the sense that you undo the bolt, but you will also have to push it in. At the beginning I wasn't able to do it, and now I decided to push it in. By luck, I was trying to pull it out completely, and now you see that the key barrel will come out. Make sure not to lose the gaskets. Here is where the guys from Audi are using a special tool, a special star bit. It's the same one that they are using on the seats. So before attempting this job, make sure that you have the correct tool. You will be wiggling the door lock a little bit. Disconnect the couplers. The door lock still has a plastic guiding cover that you will need to remove. And now we are in business. Bye bye cover. Time to take out the lock. one more cable. And this is the old part. It's a very good idea to compare the old and the new, just to make sure that you are having the correct part. Many shops that are selling you the part, once you have tried to install it and you have signs of installment on it, they will not accept a return. So make sure that you have received the correct part. Also, it's a good idea to test the operation of the cable, and you will see me doing that in a few seconds. And now we are starting to reassemble the things. I really think that I could have removed the lock without taking out the handle completely, because the handle is operating that cable, which in turn will connect to your lock. And we are reassembling the things. Wiggle everything into position, and the parts should be sitting naturally in place. You shouldn't be forcing them to stay in a strange position. We are refitting the gasket. It's a good idea to use some grease on the plastic elements, also on the handle. Here is where it was a little bit tricky for me. When I reinserted the handle, for some reason I didn't want to click back in its mechanism, so I had to convince it to click and operate properly, working from the inside, from the other side, from the side of the lock. So don't be scared when you're doing this. I would also say that you could try to install the lock without removing that part of the handle, and you only remove this part, the key cylinder, the lock cylinder. You take the key to make sure that it will operate the lock, and you slide it easily in position to make sure that everything connects properly. It's a good idea to do one last operation of the handle to feel that everything is working smoothly. And also it's a very good idea to leave a door open or a window open, so that in case that something happens and you're not able to open the door, you will have a way of getting inside of the car. Here you can check the striker. You can check that the door is locking without knocking, And also you can look at the door to make sure that the lines are still matching, are flowing properly, no gaps. And at this point is the final part of the install. You'll be refitting the lining and the bolts. So at this point the install is almost ready. I hope that this video helps. If I forgot something or if you have ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments below. And on that note, I'll be seeing you in the next video.